All right, dude. Back to another bullshit in video games.
Yep,
So you
the
finally
good old
saw.
life.
We both finally saw Avengers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, a
Maybe.
very good idea. Yeah, I actually completely forgot to do a spoiler alert. This is going to be ultra spoilers. Anyone who doesn't want to hear spoilers, just don't listen to this podcast. Switch over to the next one or the previous one.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I saw Endgames today.
yeah, I saw it last night.
Endgame.
It was pretty sweet. I thought like the first hour was a little boring, honestly.
Yeah. Um. I was like, what are they getting ready to do? This and this and this, because from the comic books, like 20 different people kill Thanos, and then I was like, oh, nice. They kill him in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, that confused the hell out of me, I gotta say. Because I normally follow a YouTube channel called Comics Explained, and I've been ignoring all of his Thanos related videos because I wanted to get the MCU, the cinematic universe experience first, and then I'd go and watch all the comic book related stuff.
hmm
But I was really surprised by that when they found him so easily.
Yeah. And then he comes back, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm glad he came back, though he seemed weaker. Like in Infinity War, he fucked everyone
Well,
up.
he is weaker. He is weaker because he doesn't have all the stones when he comes back.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, right in the beginning of Infinity War, he
The
doesn't have any
stones
stone,
matter.
right?
At the beginning, he has like three.
Really?
Yeah, he has. He has
When he
the
fights
blue
the Hulk?
one. Yeah, he has the reality stone, which he can just make everything whatever reality he wants.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that. That's a good point.
But all in all, it was a good movie. Um,
What were your favorite parts? Obviously, Captain America picking up Thor's hammer, pretty epic.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I read the comic books a really long time ago, and I completely forgot. Spoiler alert. Uh, that Iron Man snaps his fingers, and he's the one to die.
Yeah.
But
So I didn't know that was from the comic books. That's from the comic books?
I think so,
Oh, wow.
if I remember correctly. Um, I don't actually remember anything from the comic books, but um, I'm guessing it was from the comic books.
Hmm. Um,
But I'm not a huge comic book guy.
yeah, me either. I never got into them. I actually prefer
Mm.
to listen to other people talk about it than to read them myself. Um, I was kind of disappointed that the Hulk didn't Hulk out at all.
Yeah, he was like mellow
Yeah,
throughout the whole movie.
and I mean I think it was really interesting to have Bruce Banner like befriend the Hulk, and then he just lives in Hulk state, but he's as smart as Banner. That was an interesting plot line. I don't know if that's from the comic books again, but I mean, he wasn't hulky. He didn't Hulk out. I did really like the part when they went back in time to New York, and he like is trying to like if he's trying to act like the Hulk, and he's like smashing things half-heartedly.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
Um. So, which one you would you be? Iron Man that goes out like a hero, superhero, or Captain America, where he has to fix everything and then he helps being the hero through a long time.
uh,
But you die in the end.
oh well, in both cases you
Either,
die, but in one of them you get to live like an
yeah,
extra 200 years. So I guess I'd be Captain America.
yeah. Uh,
I'm surprised. I don't understand like uh who decides what powers the superheroes should get from the comic books and what they shouldn't. Like from the
well,
comic
there's a
book,
psychology behind it.
like comic book level Hulk should just instantly heal his wounds, right? Like when he snaps, he does the first snap to bring everyone back and his arm is all fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't the comic book Hulk just instantly heal?
Oh, because it was gamma rays?
Well, any damage. I mean, I remember watching one of the Comics Explains videos where he talks about the Hulk in one battle. He gets incinerated all the way down to the bone. So he's just a skeleton. And then he regenerates back to full Hulkness in just a few moments.
Oh, no, it's the Infinity Gauntlet. It's super powerful. I have no idea, bro.
Explain this to me, Arman.
I need to stop playing devil's advocate and be like, I don't fucking know, bro.
Yeah. You need to stop just answering questions. Well, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, if we both fucking read the comic books, we would know.
No, I think that they just dumbed down the strength of all the characters for the movies to make it easier for people to to care about the characters or like to get involved. I think because again, Thanos in the comic books is way more powerful than he is in the MCU.
I don't think so. I think it was just the same strength because, let's say, like for example, Harry Potter. It was based off a book. It ended and started the same way the book did. Obviously, some parts were cut off because for length reasons.
No, I'm talking about just like legitimate raw power. Like for example, in the very first fight between Thanos and the Avengers in the Infinity Wars, where they're on that other planet, that happened in the comic books again, according to that YouTube channel Comics Explained. And in the movie, Thanos is beating the Avengers, but it's like a battle back and forth. Apparently in the comic books, he literally was killing them with like one hit. Like Spider-Man came swinging in and he just swatted him like a fly and killed him with a single strike. Killed Spider-Man. Dead. He's dead. That's it.
Only that happened in the comic book?
Yeah. He just straight up killed him. He swatted him like a fly, just smashed him. He's dead. So like that's how fucking powerful Thanos is in the comic books. But then again, everyone's more powerful in the comic books. Like again, Hulk in the comic books, he can like fucking do anything basically. Like in fucking the one we just watched, Endgame, he was struggling to hold up a building. Get the fuck out of here. He's fucking the Hulk. He should be able to pick the building up and throw it at Thanos.
Yeah.
He's probably weaker though in his Banner state. That's probably the explanation.
There was a meme where Ant-Man shrinks, goes into
Thanos' butt.
Yeah. And then enlarges.
Yeah, that's fucking everywhere on the internet. But that's not what would happen, Arman. All right? Think about it logically. Thanos is so powerful, and Ant-Man is just a human being. He's not augmented. So as Ant-Man expands and becomes bigger and bigger, his body would be smashed and contorted into the shape of Thanos' intestines.
Colon.
Yeah. And so no matter how big he got, he would just squeeze into Thanos' negative spaces. He wouldn't move Thanos' body. So you just have a giant intestinally shaped Ant-Man. And Thanos would just shit him out.
Anyway,
I was also hoping for a bigger Ant-Man, honestly. Like he got big for the final battle, but like how big was he? Like 50 feet. I was hoping for like a big enough where Ant-Man takes out the ship that they traveled there in.
He punched the big enemy ship guys that it's like an animal.
Yeah, like the space whale or whatever.
Yeah, space whale.
Yeah, he punched the space whale. I'm not that impressed by that. Hulk punched the space whale too and did a better job of it.
I was gonna say you probably got like a huge thrill from the movie at that final scene where there's like two huge armies.
Dude, I love that. I wanted that to be half the movie. I would have loved if they did a 3-hour movie and a full hour was just the final fight scene.
Just people hack and slash, and the camera's going around, everybody hack and slashing.
Exactly. Just endlessly. And mix and match all the different combinations of superheroes versus supervillains. It'd be great. Like, we saw almost no Groot. We didn't see Groot fighting at all, really. We saw almost no, what's his name?
Well, half of them are dead.
No, they got brought back with the snap, remember? When Hulk snapped, they got brought back, and then they were all involved in the final battle.
So I was a little bit confused. He was like, it didn't work, and then how did they come back?
So Hulk snapped his fingers, and he undid the Thanos snap. And then during the final battle, all the wizards, Doctor Strange and all the other wizards, they teleported everyone. All of the people who got snapped out, they teleported all those people to the battlefield. Okay. You know, all those circular portals opening, and all the Wakandans came through, and all the Asgardians came through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory, though. What if when Captain America goes back solo, he has to fight Thanos again?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, well, there's two things that surrounding the Captain America thing that I need to talk about. One, I really like that he picked up Thor's hammer because, again, after watching the comic book guy explain things, apparently that's actually, it's not really common, but it does happen from time to time in the comic books in a really extreme situation because the hammer is like sentient, I guess. The hammer has the ability to think for itself to a degree. And so the hammer can choose another champion if Thor is like incapacitated or can't defeat the enemy. It will choose somebody else. So like in that moment, it chose Captain America, and then Captain America could use it. And so something I really wanted to see was at the end of the battle, Captain America can no longer carry the hammer because the hammer, at least from what I come to understand from the comic book explanations, is that the hammer chooses people to be worthy, but it's very temporary. It's just for like a single battle. So like there was a DC Marvel crossover one time where Superman ended up wielding Thor's hammer and Captain America's shield.
I didn't know it was temporary.
Yeah, but it's temporary though. At the end of the battle, he couldn't lift it anymore. And then one other thing about the hammer is he took the hammer back in time with him when he went at the end of the movie, but he didn't bring it back.
Yeah, what an asshole.
I mean, did he bring it back to Asgard and return it? Because that hammer Thor stole from Asgard while he was there visiting his mom.
Yeah. I guess they can just make ultimate weapons out of nothing.
I guess so.
But, yeah, there's not much to talk about for a 3-hour movie.
There's plenty to talk about, Arman. I thought Fat Thor was very enjoyable.
Yeah. That was pretty hilarious. It had a weird humor to it, but I enjoyed it.
It was kind of dark. Did you notice that when he gets serious at the end, before he fights Thanos, and he calls both of the weapons to him, and then he like gets all lightning crazy and he puts the armor on? Did you notice that his beard braids itself?
Yeah. I thought I was tripping out.
Yeah. I was like, wait, was that braided already? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it gets braided.
That's some god level power right there. Self-braiding hair.
That's not in the way of the face.
Let's
see, favorite part.
Okay, favorite part.
I like the 3-on-1 with Thanos. It happened twice too, and those were pretty good fight scenes.
I agree. I think the first one was the best one. Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor.
Did you see the cool? It was interesting. The fucking Iron Man has like this funnel armor thing, and Thor like shoots lightning through it, and then it amplifies, and he shoots Thanos.
That was awesome.
But Thanos has like some whirlwind. He spins his sword.
Oh yeah, that was retarded. I completely forgot that happened. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. I remember. Oh my god, you just reminded me of that. I was so upset in the movie theater. I was like, what the fuck?
Like who is Thanos? He's not like a typical dumb brute. He's like.
But he just no. There's some things that I can't suspend my disbelief. he just spins this like double-edged sword thing at like 1,000,000 revolutions per second or whatever, and it just deflects this ultra super beam.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Also, he destroyed Captain America's shield. That's supposed to be made out of vibranium, which is the strongest material in the universe.
Right, and Thanos' sword, two-handed sword or whatever, double-sided sword, is stronger.
Yeah, and it cut it apart and destroyed it, and his sword didn't get destroyed. What the fuck? Like, if you say that his sword is also made out of vibranium, which is supposed to be impossible because vibranium only comes from Wakanda, so it would mean that he would need to somehow have snuck vibranium out of Wakanda. But even if they're both made out of vibranium, shouldn't they take equal damage?
Right? They would bend each other or something.
Something like that.
They would dent each other slightly, ever so slightly.
Is vibranium stronger than adamantium?
That's a good question.
Once again, I'm asking you things that you don't know the answer to.
Right? Did you see how I took it? I was like,
let me answer this.
Research on.
I got this. No problem.
We'll Google, whoever wants to Google that and comment that below, please do.
I need to look at Comics Explained and have him talk to me about it. I was hoping that we would see an adult Groot because it's been a few years, right? Well, no, he got snapped as a child, so he came back as a child because no time passed for them. Yeah. Okay. I did think that the going back in time thing was a bit of a MacGuffin. It was a bit of like a plot device. It was kind of annoying. I really don't like time travel in movies. It seems like lazy writing. So you read the comic books. Did that happen in the comic books? They go back in time?
Well, I didn't read all the comic books. It was a really long time ago. I think I watched a YouTube of...
so you didn't read any of them?
Something like that. No. I didn't. No, I wasn't like a super nerd. Like, by all means. I think I just had a friend that explained it to me, and like he showed me his collection and stuff like that. But apparently there's like 20 different series, like alternate universes and stuff like that. And then I want to figure out after this podcast, I'm going to try to find it, what the main series ended up with.
Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to look at Comics Explained. Good. The Comics Explained YouTube channel is the best. He'll have all the answers. Go there.
I'm like, I used to be in middle school into comic books, but they were a little too expensive at the time.
Yeah.
My parents wouldn't buy me comic books.
Well, also I couldn't read, so I need a video. I need a TV. Someone needs to tell me what to think.
Well, now you can choose what to think now through YouTube. You pick and choose.
Were there any fights or characters that disappointed you?
So I was thinking about it. I was like, there's the human Star-Lord, and then there's Iron Man, and I was trying to like include it into like the plot and whatever. I was like, they're only human, so that's why they die, because they're imperfect or something like that. But they don't really have any superpowers. He's just like a really rich guy.
It's true.
And Star-Lord is...
Iron Man is just rich.
Yeah, he was just rich.
Well, Star-Lord,
like
his dad was
rich,
like a god, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. But he's still just human. He doesn't really have any powers. He's just like... I don't know. Here, bandit.
1 second. I think the repair guy's outside. Let's pause this.
I was saying sorry for the inconvenience to the audience.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, the plumber came and went. I don't fucking understand plumbing. He just touched one thing, and my sink started running again. I need to look into it.
Probably put some Drano or use the snake. I don't know.
Arman, does it sound like he used some Drano or a snake?
He just touched a button?
Dude, like he just knelt down next to my sink, reached behind. I heard him go, weet, 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 like he screwed something, and then the water just started flowing, no problem.
No, I don't know.
And then he left.
I don't know.
and like the water wasn't flowing at all. I'd turn on the sink and it would instantly back up and fill. So I have no idea what the fuck he just did, but who gives a shit? It's working again now. Anyway, let's talk about goddamn Avengers. You were talking about Captain Marvel. I fucking hate Captain Marvel. She's such a MacGuffin. Like she literally just does whatever the story needs her to do.
Yeah.
It's annoying. She's just as strong as she needs to be. She's as weak as she needs to be. She's as fast as she needs to be. She's in the right place when she needs to be there. It's annoying. Her character has no depth at all.
Well, to happier things, which stone would you choose?
What, you don't agree?
I mean, it's like Superman. It's
yeah,
like,
that's why Superman's a terrible fucking character.
but he has like he has like an equal weakness, just a stone, kryptonite. So it's like it's a matter of perspective. And then Captain Marvel's not always there to fight the enemy. She has the whole universe to attend to. But it's just, I guess. Well, back to like your like original question, like who comes up with like superhero like powers and stuff like that, and who decides
specifically the debuffs. Who decides how much weaker they should be?
Well, there's like a
counterpart.
There's like a psychology behind it where like Flash is like the character Flash came from somebody that was crippled or whatever, so people can relate to the superhero.
Is that true?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's true.
Are you just making that shit up?
No, I'm not making it up. It's just like
a crippled person created the Flash?
No. It's like to relate. It's something relatable. The pros and cons to the superpower is relatable. That's a fact.
And so you're saying if they were too powerful, they wouldn't be relatable. I agree.
Yeah.
That's why Superman's not relatable. That's why Captain Marvel's not relatable. So, what are your final thoughts on Avengers Endgame? Did it hold up to Infinity War? Because I thought Infinity War was the best Marvel movie yet.
As far as if I would... Well, damn. I don't know if... Can I say Endgame is my favorite?
If it's true, then yes, of course you can.
Obviously.
Or you can lie to everyone. We all know you're getting bribed by Disney.
Oh, of course. Buku bucks.
Taking those fat Disney dollars. Free tickets to land.
Yeah, I mean, it actually might. Because the comedy wasn't, like, saturated in, like, stereotypical comedy. It was more... It felt more organic and wittier. Yeah, I could say it's my favorite one, but that's just like me, just to say like the newest movie or newest video game is gonna be my favorite, and if another new one comes out, that's gonna be my favorite because it's always improving. So it's like, was it not always true?
So you're always partial to a new thing.
I mean, yeah, I like to move on with the times, but like classics are always classics.
Yeah. So BFA is always going to be better than classic. Wow, I understand what you're saying. You fucking heretic.
It might, but it also might not be.
Yeah.
And you know what I was thinking about classic? The aggro is going to be a pain in the fucking ass.
It is. Let's do a different podcast on that. A new Tips Out video just came out about itemization, progressive itemization, so we should both watch that, and we should do a cast on it. My opinion of Endgame was that it wasn't as good as Infinity War, but it checked all the boxes that we needed to have checked.
But Your audio cut off.
Oh, my audio cut off?
But hey, you're still in the lobby.
Can you hear me? All right, never mind. Sorry, everybody that's listening. We've had so many technical difficulties in this podcast, and I had a plumber get to my house halfway through. So we're going to call it there. I don't know if Arman can hear me, so I don't know if he can do the outro. I'll do the outro. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Do all the good things down below. Let us know how the podcast is going, what you'd like to see in the future. We're going to get some special guests on. Or maybe by the time you're watching this, we already have had special guests on. I don't know what's going on with my life or anyone else's. Take care and bye-bye. Have a great fucking day.